Good afternoon. As you come in, can you just tap the screen and share the live real quick? And I hope that what I'm going to be talking about doesn't offend anybody. Fee, how you doing, sister? But I just want to talk and share my thoughts on what I was thinking about and what I was talking about uh, not too long ago. So as you come in, can you be so kind to just tap that screen? That's all I just ask. I'm not asking for nothing else. Felicia, how you doing? Praise God. I had a thought that I was thinking, and I was talking to a sister. We was talking about how you could be on a job and how people that are in a higher position, they seem to think that they better than you because you are in a higher position, far as you have got your degree, some type of master's, and you at a higher position, right? And so I was talking to this sister, and we were just chopping it up, talking about how people act when they in a higher position on a job. And so here it is. We was talking, and I said to her, I said, what people don't realize is that even though you might be in a higher position, you might have went somewhere far as because of your degree got you to a higher paying position, but you still had to put the same application in that somebody else put the application in to get the job. I said we tend to forget that most of the time. And I said, what people don't realize is that when you working for a company, you might have got your degree, you might have got your associates, whatever it is that you went to school for to apply for a position that you have. But you still have to take the necessary steps of putting in an application in order to get the position. It's not so much about your degree that got you there, right? And so when we was talking, and I said, when you look at it, I said, first of all, I thank God that my mother never brought me up to be racist. I don't have not a lick of bone of racism on the inside of me. I said I can get along with anybody. I don't care nothing about your skin color, your complexion, where you came from, because understand this: we all are human race. I said it doesn't matter about your blood. I mean, your skin complexion. Yeah, I might got a little stronger melanin than you, but I said if I look at you, you can be blue. You human race. I said we all bleed the same blood, so this is what I was talking. And then we was talking about something. I said when you look at even that, I said even our very own get into these higher positions, and we don't want to pull each other up. I said we don't want to pull each other up. We don't want to look out for each other. I said we are the predominant race, the most hated race there is, right? But I said this. We get into these positions and we start looking down on everybody else. Oh, y'all come on in and tap the screen. I know y'all in just listening and watching and viewing and all of this stuff, but just tap the screen. That's all I ask. Just tap the screen. Tap the screen, y'all. If y'all don't mind, tap the screen, right? So we was talking about, I said, I'm glad. I said, I thank God that my mother, thank you, Ab, I appreciate you, brother. God bless you, man. I said, I'm glad that mother never brought me up to be racist. I said, because I can pretty much look at anybody and get along with you. I said, well, the problem is in this world is you look at a white man, their face looks screwed up. You look at a black man, their face screwed up. You look at the Spanish, their face looks screwed up. I said, why is it that everybody got to be so in a defense mode when we look at each other, but we don't realize we are human race? I said, we are human race. So then we started talking. I said, well, you know what? I said, what it is, see, all of this stuff that happens, it starts from slavery mentality. Slavery mentality never went nowhere. I don't care what job you on, what position you in, you better stay humble. Don't just think because you got a degree and you at a higher position that you can't be brought down. I said the same way that a person got to apply for a job, fill out an application, it's the same way the person that's in a higher position, you might be in a position to hire somebody. You might have the authority to fire somebody, but stay humble because guess what? You're still working for that company. It doesn't matter your skin complexion, this, that, and the third. I said it all stems from a slavery mentality, learned behavior that happened when our ancestors was here. So we was talking and I said, when you really look at that, I said, this is why there's so much dysfunctions going on in this world and no one can come together. I said, even with our very own, we can't even support each other. We'll look at the black man and say, you know what, you think you better than me, I ain't going to support you. But we'll walk over there and support the Chinese. We'll walk over there, support this one and walk over, you know. But we can't even get together as a predominant race that we are. We've been oppressed for so long. Oh, I know this thing right here might have somebody upset, but understand this. Anybody that ever been in my life, no, I'm not no racist type of person. I promise you I'm not racist. That's why if you look at my title on my live, I said, can I just tell the truth? Right? Because understand this. Back in the slavery times, they did a the paper bag test. They did the paper bag test, and anybody know what the paper bag test is? Because the paper bag was brown, they match it up to your skin. They'll leave it up to you. And if you're darker than that paper bag, you got to sit out there on the fields. And if you're lighter than that paper bag, about the same color as that paper bag or lighter, they allow you to come in the house. I said, so now when you look at what's going on now in today's world, it's like that even in positions or jobs. They look at you based off of if your skin darker, if it's lighter, if your skin lighter that it can blend in with ours, we're going to let you get in. Oh, man, I know somebody don't like this. So I said, when you look at that, we all have the same blood. Why are we hating each other? I said, because it's learned behavior that was passed down from generations to generations to generations to generations to generations. Now you got another generation of kids, they grown up being racist. You got another generation of kids, they growing up being racist. So it's history always repeats itself. History always repeats itself. But when you look at now, let's look at the one that have created us, God. He said out of one blood, he made all man. Out of one blood, all man was made. I said, so when you look at what's going on and what's happening, we got our Caucasian brothers, we got our black brothers, we got our Indian brothers, Chinese brothers, Spanish, this, that, and the third. We hate each other. And you don't even know why. You can't even stand a person. You don't even know why you hate a person. You don't even know why you don't like this person or like that person. Come on. It's learned behavior. Learned behavior that was passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. That's why it's called a generational curse. So when you look at what's going on and what's happening, because we was chopping it up and we was talking about this. And I said, what people don't understand, we all are human race. You might have been brought up with a family that had a little bit more than the next family, but you're still human race. You might have been brought up with a family that was wealthy, that had some type of money that they can trickle down to you and it pass on to you. but we still human race. We need to really look at the world in the lens of God. Come on, somebody. We need to look at the world in the lens of God. God doesn't see no color in no one. So when you got somebody trying to promote that slavery stuff and all of this stuff, they evil. They hatred. They full of hatred. They full of bitterness, full of animosity, teaching how to hate, teaching how to be violent, all this other stuff. In God, there is no race and no color. That's why I don't understand some of these brothers be trying to dig in on my lives sometimes, trying to talk about slavery. You don't lost your mind. Did you go do your due diligence? We have the same, guess what? Our own ancestors that were slave masters, and they were slaving our own. Why nobody ain't talking about that? Come on now. Hey, what's going on, a man walking with God? Blessings, brother. So why nobody talking about that? But we want to try to put a pin on, oh, the white man. Pull a pin on the white woman. When you do your due diligence and you search history, we had our very own people slaving our very own. And they were slave owners, slave masters. So how can we get in here and try to throw this slavery junk around when our very own was doing the very same thing? So it's a learned behavior. So now when you look at it now in 2025 that we are in, it's the same pattern on jobs when we working. It's a slave mentality, but in modern times. I was telling the sister, I said, man, if I was in a good position, I would reach out and help my own. I wouldn't reject the other kind of race people because I'm not like that. I help them too. But I said my very own, I will help them because we've been oppressed for so long. For so long, we've been oppressed. Everything that we created, everything that we came up with, the credibility was taken from us. Oh, come on now. All these little things we use in our house, and stoplights and roller coasters and washing machines and dryers and toasters and microwaves and TVs and all of this stuff, all that stuff was invented by black people. The credibility got taken. The White House that the people fight over was built by black people. Oh, come on now. So when we look at the lens, if we can look out the lens, God's lens, then we see that God doesn't see no color. Because he said, out of one blood, I made all man. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you Indian. I don't care if you Chinese. I don't care if you Asian. I don't care if you Jewish. I don't care if you Indian. I made all man out of one blood. So when we look around, why you think there's division in the world? Why you think there's division with nationalities? It ain't about all this revolution and all. No, it's about coming together in love. And this is what the world lacks. The world lacks love. Why do we hate each other? We can't even come up with a gentleman excuse why we hate each other. I don't like you because your skin color ain't mine. I don't like you because your hair not like mine. I don't like you because you don't have the eyes like me. That's all the devil. Brothers and sisters, the Bible says the God of this world had blinded the minds of them that don't believe. But now we're not talking about God, but look at the God of this world. He don't got into the minds of a lot of people. And if he can manipulate your mind, get your mind, and to cause you to hate, can't come together, can't do this and can't do that, then guess what? Wherever your mind go, your body gonna go. So why would I come into a space of people and I'm looking like I'm constipated? I'm looking like I'm stuck up. I'm looking like I got razors in my mouth because your skin complexion is not like mine. Come on, man. We gotta wake up, brothers and sisters. Everybody in this world. Everybody. You teach your kids learn behavior. You teach your kids how to be hateful. You teach your kids how to be violent. Why don't you teach them how to love? Why don't you teach your kids how to get along with everybody? Man, you could take your kids to the playground and they can sit up in the playground, kids from all races, white, black, Chinese, this, that, and the third. They'd be all at the playground just playing. You see them just playing, falling, getting back down. The other one come back up. And they're just going about their day. Why we can't do that as grown people? That's why I said when people try to come with that slave, don't come in here with that slavery stuff. Because you forgot our very own was slave masters. But we want to try to pin it on a white man. White man ain't got nothing to do with our decisions that we make. White people don't got nothing to do with our decisions that we make as a black people. We got to stop all this, trying to ping it on them and put it on them. Yeah, we know something stems from slavery. But come on now, we're not in slavery no more, brothers and sisters. We're in 2025. So why we can't come together and reason with each other and say, I don't care what color you is, brother, I'm going to help you up. White man, I'm going to help you up. Chinese brother, I'm going to help you up. Indian brother, I'm going to help you up. Indian sister, I'm going to help you up. Love conquers. Love conquers. And this is what the world lacks. The world lacks love. The world lacks love. Absolutely. We're mentally in slavery because it's a modern day thing. And this is what I was talking about with my sisters. I said, but guess what? Ain't none of us in the field picking no cotton. Ain't none of us walking down the street with no shoes, no sneakers on our feet. Ain't none of us got chains chained to our ankle. Come on, somebody. Ain't none of us somewhere in the field. Guess what? In this time, we driving nice cars. Audis, Mercedes, and BMWs, and Rolls Royces, and all of that stuff like that. So we're not in slavery no more, but it's a learned behavior that we pass on. So now we get into a position and get a little bit of money. Now we think we better than the next person. We want to look down on everybody else. Hey, how you doing, sister? We want to look down on everybody else. Oh, I'm in a good position now. So, but guess what? You fail to realize you might got a degree that got you in a higher position where you're making $35, $40 an hour, but you still had to go through the process of filling out an application to get that position. The same way with a person that has to fill out an application to get the same job. Do you see learned behavior? We're not looking at the learned behavior. It's learned behavior that trickled down over the years. History always repeats itself. This is why we got all this. If you ain't the color of my skin, I don't like you. Man, I was walking in the store one day, and I'm just the type of person. I'm the type of person where I like to say hi. I'm the type of person. All right, Melinda, I'm going to do that, but I don't know how to do that right now in the midst of this live. I don't know if it's too late to do it, but I'm the type of person, right? I'm the type of person, if I see you, right? If I see you, I'm going to say hi. I don't care if you black, white, Indian, Asian, this, that, I'm going to say hi. Life is too short to be sitting around here walking around with hatred. Why do we walk around and hate people? I don't care what color you is. I'm not going to look at you, look down on you like you something at the bottom of my sneaker. Come on, when people are like that, they ignorant. That's what racism is. You just ignorant. It's a learned behavior that was passed down to the children. So when we was talking, and I was talking to the sister, and I was telling her, I said, if you look at right now, the times that we in right now, it's all learned behavior, slave mentality. I can get along with anybody. I don't care if I just be the only black person that's around. I can get along with anybody. Come on, somebody. I can get along with anybody. I don't care about your color. I don't care if you got blue eyes and I got brown eyes. I don't care if you got green eyes or light gray eyes. I don't care nothing about that. You still human race like me. Your blood is the same color as mine. So what, I'm going to go around like, I don't like you because you're not my color. The devil is a liar. On this side, on God's side, it's about love. On God's side, it ain't no color. All you that be trying to teach the word and you teaching it and trying to teach people to be hateful and be violent, you better go somewhere with that. Learn behavior. History always repeats itself. Oh, come on here, y'all. Thank you, M. Bagley. History always repeat itself. That's why I thank God my mother didn't raise me to be racist. I was in a grocery store one time and I'm just saying hi to the lady, right? I'm saying, how you doing, miss? Man, that lady looked at me. She looked at me like I was something on the ground. Her face is all like she was just constipated. So I said, okay. I said hi, and I just kept on going. Because I'm that type of person. If you in my proximity, I don't got to know you to say hi to you. I'm like that. I sit there, you'll be standing right next to me. I say, hey, how you doing? And I just go on about my business. I say, how your day? Oh, my day is good. And I go on about my business. So do you see the learned behavior? The learned behavior that happened over the years. Come on, brothers and sisters. We got to wake up from that, man. We got to stop this promoting this racism stuff. Yeah, we know some people just full of races, full of hate, full of envy, full of this, full of that. For what? Why do you hate? Why do you hate the black man? Why do you hate the white man? And then we got our Spanish brothers. They're the second language. And they hate black people. So what I was some of them, I'm not gonna say all, some of them. But I was talking to the sister and I said, when you look at it, we are the most hated race. I said, blacks are the most hated race. We are. We the most hated race, but then everybody want to be black. We the most hated race, but everybody want to be black. What do that tell you? To me, that don't make no sense. Why do you think back in slavery, they kept all the blacks divided? When you look at sports, baseball was all black. They separated that. Football was all black. They separated that. Baseball was all black. They separated that. And again, brothers and sisters, I'm not no racist person. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm talking about love. Because love conquers. Love covers. It doesn't matter your skin complexion. It doesn't matter your skin complexion. Love covers. And this is the problem that the world has even right now. Because they lack love. This is why we got this hatred going on. Oh, you ain't black, so I don't like you. You white, so I don't like you. Oh, you Spanish, so I don't like you. Oh, you cut it out. That's learned behavior. We don't wake up and see that. But then we get into these positions, and all they doing is using you as a puppet. They using you to tear down the next man, the next black man, the next black sister. Why we can't just lift up our own? Oh, come on here, y'all. Why we can't lift our own up? Why we can't sit here and lift our own up? You got to be used to tear down your own brother, your own sister. Make it make sense here. All of that stems from the slavery mentality that have happened in history. We get in these jobs, our very own get in these high positions, then you want to act funny towards everybody. You want to feel some kind of way towards everybody. How you doing? Blessings, Rosanna. It's learned behavior. So when we cross over on God's side, thank you, sister, on God's side, it ain't no color. If we can look out the lens of God, God ain't gonna look at you because you black. God ain't gonna look at you because you white. God ain't gonna favor the Spanish person because they ain't black. God ain't gonna favor the Jewish person because they ain't black. Come on, y'all, we gotta make it make sense. This is what the world lacks, and this is why all this crazy nonsense stuff is going on in this world. You ain't my color, so I don't like you. But you gotta understand, we all a human race. You got the same blood as mine. If I cut myself and you cut yourself, your blood gonna be the same color as mine at the end of the day. When it come out, it's gonna be red. What is that telling us? This is what the world lacks. This is what the world lacks. The world lacks love. Come on, y'all. You got people now serving God and racist. How you gonna serve a almighty God, a creator, holy God, loving God, righteous God, and you hate, you racist? hiding behind God. Ah, you ain't my color, so we don't praise God like that. Who are you to tell somebody how they should praise God? The Bible tells us to enter his gates with thanksgiving, in his courts with praise. He didn't say because you black, enter in and praise me this way. He didn't say because you black, praise me that. Well, you white, praise me that. He said enter his gates with thanksgiving, in his courts with praise. Meaning in heaven, God ain't got a section for no blacks. He ain't got a section for the whites. He ain't got a section for the Spanish people. He ain't got a section for the African people. He ain't got a section for the Jewish people, the Indian people. Guess what? Everybody is going to be together as one. So when we look at the body of Christ, it ain't no color. Man, listen. That's why some of them brothers that be trying to come in here, trying to bring that slavery jump, man, I'm going to beat you real good with the word of God. I'm going to work you over till you leave out the lie. I won't even mute you. You'll just be going because I'm going to be tearing you behind up. Don't come in here with that slavery stuff. Why we want to talk about the white man, but we ain't talking about how our own ancestors was slave masters and how they slaved our very own kind. We ain't talking about that though, huh? But we want to come in here talking about some slavery. Oh yeah, God, God slavery, and get God out of slavery. Let's talk about our very own, our skin color that was slave masters. We don't want to talk about that. We want to miss over that part. But then when it comes to a white man, we want to interject this slavery junk. Man, get your hateful self out of here. Because that's all you is. You hateful, full of hate, full of violence, full of envy. Get your hateful self out of here. Don't I be coming out and say, don't bring that slavery stuff in here. This the wrong line for that. I'm not looking at nobody because of their skin complexion and saying, oh, I don't like you because. The devil is a liar. Why you think there's so much confusion going on in the world? So much confusion going on in churches. You got people that's in positions serving God and racist, undercoverly racist. You're looking at the white man because he can preach better than you. You're looking at the white woman because she can preach better than you. The word is still the word. If it's coming from the heavenly table of God, it's still the word. Why we got to tune our nose up like who he think he is kind of come in my church and try to tear my church. I'm the only one that preach like that. Well, let me tell you this, brother. Let me tell you this, sister. It was never about God, because anytime when you hung up on you, now it's about you want the glory instead of God getting the glory. God uses who he sees fit. It's not no color, brothers and sisters. And we gotta reevaluate our heart. We got to reevaluate our heart. Oh, come on here now. We got to reevaluate our heart. How is our heart posture with others? If I say I serve God, I love God, but then I look at the white man and say, I said, no, I don't like you. I can't stand you because I remember in slavery, how y'all did our ancestors. How we going to try to pin everything on somebody when they wasn't even alive when stuff happened? But because they growing up and they are of another skin complexion, we want to look at them and say, I don't like you because of what y'all did to my ancestors. How we going to pin everything on everybody? Come on, y'all better hear what I'm saying. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. How are we going to look at somebody else because of slavery and try to pin it on you? I don't like you because of what happened in slavery. They ain't got nothing to do with that man. They ain't got nothing to do with that woman. They ain't got nothing to do with that boy, that girl. All it is learned behavior. So then now when you get somebody that's you passing down learned behavior, they grow up to be that same way. Come on, somebody. Am I telling the truth here? Am I telling the truth here? I know I'm telling the truth. I know I'm telling the truth. That's why when people try to come here with that old ignorant, foolish stuff, I'm going to work you real good until you leave out my life. I ain't got to block you. I ain't got to mute you. If you want to sit there and work your hands until you can't work no more, that's on you. But I'm going to work you until you run up out of here. Because that's what the Spirit of God does. He runs people out of here. That's why I differ when people try to come in. Well, you know, what you think about slavery? Okay, what do I think about slavery? Do you really want to know what I think about slavery? Do you really want to know? Brother, you know I'm going to mute you in a little bit. That's why they keep shading your comment. I'm going to prove your comment. But I'm going to mute you in a little bit. Because you one I'm talking about. Full of hate. Hatred in your heart. You definitely one I'm talking about. You is definitely what I'm talking about. You see how God always have examples here? Mute you? Okay, I'm gonna mute you. Get your butt up out of here. You ain't got to tell me twice. Get your butt up out of here. There you go. Bye. See you later. You definitely what I'm talking about. You see? You see this? Definitely what I'm talking about. You black just like me, and you can't take the truth. All I'm talking about is love. How we need to love each other. And you mad at me. Don't request my don't request to come up. I ain't got time for you. Get your butt out of here. I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. Get out of here. But do y'all understand what I'm talking about here? No, not you, Lissa. Not you, Lissa. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other guy that was just in here, just running his mouth. Talking about him. I ain't got nothing to talk to you about. I'm not gonna fight with you, go back and forth with you. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all are so sensitive. You can't even take the truth. You get touched in the area and you ready to buck, you ready to fight, you ready to do all these things. I'm not around for none of that. Because at the end of the day, the truth is gonna be the truth, regardless. You look at my title, I said, can I just tell the truth? And anybody that been following me, knowing me, they know I'm not racist. But we always want to talk about the white man, slavery, the reason why this, the reason why that. But why none of us talking about, how our very own was slave masters, put our very own in slavery? Why we don't talk about that? Absolutely, Robert. Absolutely. Absolutely. Truth gonna speak for itself. Absolutely, man. That's what I'm saying. We got our very own. And you so touchy. You so, you know, when stuff start hitting you, you want to buck. You want to, instead of just accepting it. Because if you listen to the message, I'm talking about love. This is why the world is in the way. The things that's going on in the world is because of lack of love. I don't like you because you ain't coming from a wealthy family like me. I don't like you because my family good. They got money. That don't mean I'm going to look down on you. You look, watch this, brothers and sisters. Come on, watch this. We are a human race. Some was just less fortunate than others, right? Some is less fortunate than others. Some came up on a rough side of the stick, but that doesn't mean I'm better than you. Some came up with a support system where they had a whole lot of support pushing them to go get their degree, pushing them to graduate, pushing them to become something after college. Some just less fortunate. But that doesn't make me better than you because I had a support system that stuck by me and told me that I can be something. Doesn't matter the skin color that I am, I still can be something. That doesn't mean I'm going to look on the next person and say, yeah, I got my degrees. I got 5 degrees. So now I'm going to look down on my brother. I'm going to look down on my sister and say, yeah, you at the bottom and I'm up here. The devil is a liar. This is why all this stuff go on, brothers and sisters, because it's learned behavior. Learn behavior. This is what goes on. This is what's happening in this world, brothers and sisters. Learn behavior of hatred. Man, it don't matter who you are, man. It doesn't matter what color you is. I'm not looking at the color of your skin. In God, there is no color. Man, am I telling the truth? In God, there is no color. Why are we so hung up on color? Why are we, brother, sister, if you white, you black, you love the Lord, I love you. You my brother, you my sister. If you Asian, Indian, Chinese, and you love the Lord, you my brother, you my sister. Come on now. What, I'm gonna sit back and I'm under the umbrella of God and I say, well, I just don't like that. As a matter of fact, when you look at some of our Caucasian brothers, they worship God with sincerity. You can see the sincerity in some of them. They so sincere. We all puffed up. Can't nobody do it like us. Because we the only one. The devil is a liar. We ain't the only one. So when you look at the learned behavior, what's the problem? What's going on here? Absolutely, Renetta. I don't know why they shaded your comment, but I'm gonna prove it. That's exactly what God did. He made us in his image, perfectly and fearfully made. Absolutely. So when you look at somebody else and they hateful, it's because it was learned behavior that was passed down to them. That's why they hate. They can't stand you. They think they better than you because you ain't got a degree, or you working in this type of field, and look at you starting off over here. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't care what color you are. If I was in a higher position, I'm gonna extend my hand to you. Come on, brother. Come on, sister. I don't look at you because of your skin complexion. I'm looking at you because there's a need. I want to see you do better for your family. I want to see you climb up so you can be a better provider for your family. This is what I was telling the sister. I said, if I was in a better position, I'm not going to look down on somebody else and say, yeah, because I got the authority to hire people and fire people, then I'm better than you. I'm walking around with my nose up in the air, my chest sticking out. Man, come on, man. Why do we got to do that with each other? Man, look, I hope this message, this what I'm talking about, resonate in somebody who got a heart like that. An evil heart, wicked heart, hateful heart. I hope this penetrates your heart. I hope it penetrates you to the point where you go home or wherever you at and you be sitting there thinking like, you know what, that is the truth. Why do I hate that man? Why do I hate that woman? I don't know them. They never done nothing to me. So now, when you look at what's going on now, the same history that repeated itself, that been buried and snatched and took for us, we got some of our Caucasian brothers and our Caucasian sisters, they coming out speaking the truth. And some of their own kind hate them for speaking the truth. Come on, let's deal with reality, man. We're going to deal with truth. Let's deal with truth. So that shows you it's learned behavior. Learned behavior that was passed down to you to make you think your chest is out and you just better than everybody and you're walking around like this or looking down on everybody. No, you still, because the same way you got up there, you can be brought down too. The same way they hired you and got you in a good position, they can take you down too. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. That's why you don't treat people like that. You treat people how you would want to be treated. Just because you got a degree and you in a higher stance, you better understand God got to wear a boomerang and stuff and he'll strip you back down. I seen it happen. He will strip you right back down to nothing until you humble yourself. Thank you, M. Bagley. I appreciate you, sister. He will strip you down to nothing until you humble yourself. So this is the problem that the world has. Not humble. I don't put my time in. I don't went and got 5 degrees. I don't went back and got this degree. And then yet I got them all hanging on my wall. That don't mean nothing. All that is just a piece of paper. Absolutely, Vanetta. We'll lose everything. That's why it doesn't pay for us to look down on somebody else because you don't understand them or because they didn't come from a family what you came in. Man, listen, You got some Caucasian brothers that came up on the rough side of the mountain too, the same way black people did. So that shows you in life, things happens. Come on, y'all better talk to me. In life, things happen. It doesn't matter what color you are. You could be wealthy today and lose everything tomorrow. You could be in a big house today and foreclosure can happen tomorrow. That's why we got to humble ourselves, man. Humble ourselves. Stop looking down on everybody like, you know, I'm better than everybody. I'm in a field. I got my degrees. I got a job that's paying $55 an hour. Praise God. You put your time in. You put your blood, sweat, and tears in to get what it is. But understand, that's just a piece of paper. Don't get beside yourself. That's just paper that have no value. All that is paper to show someone else that's in a higher position that you are capable of working in their business. But it's just paper. In the same way they hire you and put you up, men will put you up and they will take you down. Oh, come on here, y'all. Men will put you up. They will do all the hooping and hollering. Put you up and then take you down. So the world lacks love. That's why we look at everybody and everybody can't get along with each other. We got our own brothers and sisters hanging out on the corner. You beefing with this person, beefing over this street, and none of y'all got a street. None of y'all got a house on that block. But you want to sit and try to please everybody. We tearing each other down with this foolish stuff. Oh, come on here. We want to blame the white man, but we tearing each other down. We want to move this gender, talking about Black Lives Matter, but you tearing your very own down. All lives matter to God. It ain't just no black lives. White lives matter. Indian lives matter. Asian lives matter. Chinese lives matter. Y'all better stop. Y'all better wake up. Wake up and get out of that learned behavior. It's learned behavior. We want to talk about, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. And we put a fist up. Black Lives Matter. The devil is a liar. That's just a movement. Because if Black Lives Matter, then why are we keep tearing each other down? Oh, y'all cut it out. I got my moderator in here now, y'all. And they gonna mute you quick. You come in here with your foolishness, they gonna mute you. They got all rights to mute you and block you if you come in here with your ignorance. See, that's the problem. When some of y'all come in here with y'all ignorance, it's because what I'm saying is hitting you. What I'm saying is making you uncomfortable. So because it's hitting you and it's making you uncomfortable, you're bucking now. You're bucking because I'm hitting you. Just accept it. I'm telling the truth. I'm not spreading no hate. I'm talking about love in this life. Anybody that knows me know I'm not a racist type of person. I'm very transparent in my life. I ain't racist. I don't hate nobody. I wasn't brought up to hate nobody, but to love everybody and get along with everybody. I don't care your skin complexion. I can mingle with you and connect with you just like that. Because I ain't looking at your color, your skin. It's the heart. The heart. The heart posture. Come on, it's the heart posture. Some of our hearts is not right. That's why we can't hate. That's why we hate people. We can't stand each other. We don't want to lift each other up. We don't want to pull each other up out of the rut. We want to keep our foot on everybody, put our foot on everybody, because what we think we higher, above, and better than everybody. Come on here, somebody. Come on here. You can't get with the truth. I'm talking about love. This is why we got all this messy stuff going on. Our brothers and sisters want, I'm gonna chase the bag. You all on social media putting up posters about money in your hand and all types of crazy stuff in your hand. That's what you think of yourself as? I'm gonna go tear down my other brother. I'm gonna tear down my other sister. You're ignorant. You just ignorant. And they just sitting back laughing like, yeah, we got them going against each other. We got them going against each other. That's what I'm talking about. And the devil just laughing. We tearing each other down, but we talking about Black Lives Matter. Oh, can I just talk just for a minute? Tearing each other down. And we say Black Lives Matter, huh? Black Lives Matter, huh? Come on, yeah, brother. Black Lives Matter, right? We got the movement, Black Lives Matter, but why is we still tearing each other down? Why is we still underlining our own brothers and our own sisters? So it ain't about Black Lives Matter. It's the posture of the heart. It's the hatred. It's the jealousy. It's the rage. It's the envy. A black man can start his own business. And here we are. We that same color. And we looking at him like, I ain't going to support you. Who you think you are? Why not? You'll skip over him and go over here and support the Indian business. You'll support the white man business. You'll support. Come on now. Am I just telling the truth, y'all? I'm just telling the truth. This ain't geared, I promise you, this not geared towards hatred, racist, or anything. I love everybody. I love every color that come through my life. But I'm showing you what we do to each other. What we do to each other. But we'll skip over his business and go over here. Instead of just congratulating that brother, that black man, that black sister. I'm not going to support you, huh? Yeah. But we wasn't there when they went through blood, sweat, and tears to get where they at. They had crawled before they walked. So why do we get envious and jealousy of another black man or another black woman that start a business? But we'll skip over them and go to our white brothers and sisters. We'll go to the Indians. We'll go to the Chinese. We'll go everywhere else. But we can't support our own. We can't go in the store and say, brother, congratulate. I'm glad you got a business. Sister, congratulate. I'm glad you got a business. Come on now, back in the days, it was like that. It was a community of black people. We all got together. We built businesses. We had everything going until when they started seeing that us coming together, they flooded the town. Go back and read it up. They flooded, and this town is still flooded even to this day. It's underwater. They flooded the town because we was coming together as a black community supporting each other, and they didn't like it. It's from slavery mentality. So we were taught, some of us, our own kind, was taught to be hateful towards our very own. You don't even know why you hate. You don't even know why you hate. I promise you right now, if you ever go around and somebody was hateful, racist, ask them, why are you racist? I'm just curious. Why are you hateful? Why do you hate us? I'm just curious. I just want to know. I want to hear your answer. Most of the time, they can't even give you a legit answer to why they hate. It was just called learned behavior. Behavior that was passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. Learned behavior. Hello, somebody. If we're going to talk the truth, let's talk the truth. Learn behavior. The reason why you hate. The reason why you can't stand the next man or the next woman. A lot of our sisters, we think that, they think that it's just all about twerking and shaking and all of this stuff. And it ain't just our sisters. It's our Caucasian sisters too. So even though you hate the black people, but you're trying to be us. Can I just tell the truth, y'all? I'm hoping nobody ain't mad, upset, offended, or anything like that. Can I just talk the truth? Because I'm not giving this towards nobody. I promise. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth how we lack love. It's the love that we're lacking. That's why we can't get along with each other. That's why we're running around here trying to compete with each other. It's the lack of love. This is the reason why God gave his son. John 3:16. I seen somebody put that in the comment. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only begotten son. He loved the world. He ain't just love no black man. I wish some of these brothers would come here and talk about some Jesus only died for us black people. You better go somewhere with that. I'm going to work you real good till you won't even come in my life no more. Don't come in here with your hatred. Don't come in here with your ignorance. Don't come in here with none of your stupidity. Because I'm not going to bite none of that. It's about love in his life. The love that God shed. It's about love. Here, it's about love. And everybody else lies, you do whatever you want to do. If you want to go in there and be hateful, be angry, be bitter, all this, you go right on ahead. But in here, this is about love here. Every color can come through here. You're welcome here. I ain't putting no stipulation on nobody because of your skin complexion. Because you ain't black. Because you ain't white. Because you ain't this color. Because you ain't. The devil is a liar. It's all learned behavior, brothers and sisters. And that's basically what I'm just saying. It's learned behavior that we got to get out of. We got to get out of that mentality. Paul, I agree with you. Let's be family. We family in God. If you love the Lord, man, you serving God. We family. We family. Hey, brother, welcome. Sister, welcome. God said he adopted us into the royal family. We're a peculiar people. A royal priesthood. So all nationalities are adopted by God. If you serve him. That's why, man, I be so, man, that's what I'm saying. I can have a good life and come in here and be fine. People come in, slavery. What about slavery? What do you got to say for slavery? Because if you're the same complexion as me, have you done your due diligence and searched your history? We had our very own that was slave masters. Why we don't talk about that, but we want to talk about the white man. We want to talk about the white woman and how they slaved us. Guess what? You had some black men. You had some black women that were slave masters. You don't believe me? Go look it up. So the same learned behavior started back in the day, back in time. So I'm not going to look at a white man and say, I don't like you because you white. Let's make it make sense, brothers and sisters. We got to make it make sense some kind of way. Why would I be angry at the white man? He wasn't in slavery. I wasn't in slavery. So what am I going to be mad at him and say, I don't like you because you white? You wasn't in slavery. I wasn't in slavery. We just grew up. And guess what? History repeats itself. So brothers, come on now. If you got hatred in your heart, ask God to take that hatred out of your heart. Sisters, if you got hatred in your heart, ask God to take the hatred out of your heart. Ask him to take the hatred out of your heart. Tell him to get rid of that stuff out of your heart so we can come together and work well together. If you got any bitterness, any hatred, come on now, share this to somebody. You got hatred in your heart, ask God to get that hatred out of your heart. You just only making yourself miserable. You miserable and you want everybody else to be miserable with you. You just a miserable man. You a miserable woman. That's all it does. It makes you miserable. Anytime when you walk around with hate, you miserable. Misery love company. So you're looking for somebody else to feel the same way you feel that had nothing to do with what you read up on. Oh, come on here. You in this live, man, this live. Listen, I'm going to continue this conversation. I promise you I am. I got to get back to work, y'all. But I'm going to continue this conversation. Thank y'all so much. Everyone that have followed me in this live. And if you understood everything that I was saying, you know I'm saying everything out of love. I'm not saying nothing to be hateful towards nobody. I promise you, I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. I can get along with, I don't care about your skin complexion. I can get along with you. I'm not stunting some of these brothers that's hateful, trying to spread hate, spread violence. But we talk about Black Lives Matter. Y'all better go ahead and reevaluate yourselves. Whoever started that movement, you better go and move again. Hottie, you got to make sure, I'm going to send you the invite, but make sure that you are following me. Thank you, Keisha. Make sure you are following me and you click that notification bell. Click on that bell on my thing and make sure you turn it to all, set it to all, because I'm coming back with this topic. I'm not done. I just got to get back to work. But I'm coming back with this topic. So every last one of you that just came in this live and you new to this live and you're following me, click that notification bell and set it to all. Because I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to continue this live. I'm going to continue it. Right? Because I'm not done with this topic. Because we got to stop that. And we got to look at the lens of God. We got to start looking out of the lens of God. When we look out of the lens of God, we ain't going to see hate. We ain't going to see racism. We ain't going to see discord. We ain't going to see division. When we look out the lens of God, we got to stop that, man. We got to stop. Oh, I don't like you because you just, man, get out of here with that stuff, man. It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to really help each other, man. It don't matter your skin complexion. You might have came up in a wealthy family. You might have came up, but you got some less fortunate people that just never had that opportunity to come up in a family like that. Came up in struggles. Oh, come on, y'all, man. I'm just saying, man. We got to do. I'm just saying, man. We got to do better. Got to do better. I didn't come up in a wealthy family. I came up in a poor family. I came up in a family where I seen my mother struggle. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't have a gold spoon in my mouth. So you might have came up in a wealthy family where you had a whole lot of support. But in this case, everybody never had that opportunity to come up like that. Thank you, Just for Fun. God bless you, man. God bless you. God bless you, man. I deeply appreciate you. Listen, I love everybody, man. I'm telling you right now. And believe it or not, man, this message is love. It's not hate. So if you are following me, make sure that notification bell is on. Thank you, Miss Well. Appreciate the heart. I appreciate that. Everyone that liked the live, shared the live, tapped the screen. You brought the views up. Praise God. Right? Because this is something that needs to be talked about. And I'm going to come right back and I'm going to talk about this thing again. Right? So if you follow me, don't miss my live. If you're following me, click that bell on my profile and set it to all. So when I do go live, because this is an interesting live that nobody talks about. We want to spread hate. We want to spread war. No, let's start spreading love. Let's start spreading love. Praise God, Mickey. Let's start spreading love, man. Let's stop looking at each other like we can't get along with each other, man. That's the devil. The devil don't want us to get along with each other. Because you might have been in a wealthy family. You might live in a good neighborhood where you got a gated community and all of this stuff. And here you got somebody living in the projects. Or you got somebody over here. Come on, man. That don't mean you still human race. You just had support. You had support. The reason why, dang, y'all coming in and sharing my live. I wish y'all was here in the time pointed. I got to really go, man. So make sure every last one of y'all that's following me, if you haven't followed me, follow me, click that notification bell and set it to all because I'm going to continue this conversation. I want everybody to engage in this conversation. This is a needful conversation. This is an edifying conversation. We all need to look at ourselves and see where our heart posture is. But man, I love y'all all. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in, checking in. Just follow me. Follow me. That I put up, right? I got some nice, encouraging content that's going to speak to your situation, right? So just make sure y'all following me, and I promise you, man, we're going to continue this thing again. Is that all right? So anyway, I got to go, man. Love y'all with the love of Christ. Everybody be safe. Stay vigilant in the Lord.